What's going on, champs? Hope you guys doing well. So let's get cracking. We've got a lot to do actually in regards to BTC and Ethereum. I've been saying BTC is going to go to 48k, especially last week. I'm saying it again. I'm sticking by my stance as well. We're seeing alts pop up. We're seeing BTC kind of recover to 43k, 43.1k itself. We're seeing Ethereum take out like 2 weeks ago, Monday's high itself. It's actually looking fucking quite bullish, right? So we are going to get cracking in just a moment. But before I do so, right, I just want to give a quick shout out to you guys. Steve, what's going on there? We've got Cruise Play. Good day to you too, my good sir. We got Zahid. We got your intro reminds me of an old console startup. Oh, thanks for that. Appreciate that. Big up to Shaz for that as well. Shaz actually sorted me out with the intro and the freaking startup as well. So we got Exxon here. We got Herm. Was it Himanth ready? What's going on, brother? Crypto B, good to have you here as well. I think you did send me a message as well, Crypto B. Is that on Discord? Am I right on that? If it is you, I have checked it out. Well, I've downloaded the file itself. I do got to check it out. That's what it is. Yeah, the PS1 startup with the PlayStation logo, the PS there, the PS standing up and the S on the floor. Oh, it's fucking sick. It is mad. But before we carry on, right, I just want to share one thing with you guys, and I want your opinion legitimately as well. And be honest with me, I bought a new fucking I got a new gift in it, Logitech Pro X2 Lightspeed bullshit, whatever it is. I don't know, man. I don't know what it is, but like it's a headset, right? Now, for those who know what's going on, who follow me on Twitter, me and we got Shaz and Ghazi. We are going to start like a podcast coming up soon, which will be around next year. It is next year, January itself. We're going to start looking to do one together as a team, the three of us. It's all crypto fundamentals and crypto technicals, right? Look, you guys know that I'm more of a technical guy. I'm not a fundamental guy, but I thought, why not team up with Kazi? You know, I think he's fucking sick. Shout out to Kazi. I just want to give a quick shout out to him. Crypto Kazi. He's the man behind a lot of some of these like low cap coins as well. He's fucking making me money, to be honest. I ain't gonna lie to you about it as well. So I got nothing but love for him as well. Good guy as well too. And shout out to Shaz SMM, I believe. I think that's his Twitter. Let me just quickly check that up before I actually quote that incorrectly. But yeah, I am going to be doing a session with these guys on a regular basis. Yeah, Shaz, Sierra, Mike, right? That's them. But anyway, in regards to them, so we're going to have a headset. Like, that's what I'm looking to do. Kind of keep it as professional as possible. So I bought one of these in it, right? So I'm going to open it up right now with you guys. And you tell me if it's looking fucking sick or I look like a fucking bellend. Be honest with me. Don't fucking say to me, yeah, you look good, right? And then in actual fact, you guys are laughing and shit like that. Still got a little tag at the bottom, so I got to open up. So let's do this together. Let's open this shit up. See what's up. I've not seen it. I don't know much about it. Let me get a knife. One second there. We will get to the crypto session in just a moment. Just need to sort this out. There we go. What's going on, Kaiser? Good to have you here. We got Maham in the house. Walaikum salam, Mr. A. But you're welcome. Send's fucking getting sent, bruv. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna go up, in my opinion. I reckon this is gonna go a lot more higher. Yo, this looks kind of fucking mad. This is how it's come in. It's gonna look sick. So, 1 second, lads. 1 second. Oh, sorry about that. I kind of mute myself there. Apologies for that as well. So I'm not gonna switch it on or whatever, but this looks kind of fucking sick though. Thank you for that, Richard, as well, and Maham as well. But this looks kind of mad. I don't know if you guys into ASM, but I don't think fucking you can hear shit. But never mind. Does this make me look like a fucking dickhead, or does it make me look quite good? Because I feel like a dickhead here. I feel like a prick. It's kind of mad though in terms of like how it feels in my ear. It's kind of sick, but I don't know, man. I don't like having this big ass headset on my head in it. So you tell me, do I look kind of good, or do I look like a fucking prick? Be honest, right? It's still muted. You can't be muted, bruv. I should be muted. Oh, it looks good. Yeah, it looks good. Yeah. I look like Alan Partridge. Alright then. So we'll stick with these one then. Fine, that's cool. We'll stick with these for the time being anyway. Anyway, let's get back cracking to work as well. That's enough of hanky-panky shit. It's all working fine. I think it's whoever's saying it's muted as well, still finding it muted. Maybe the volume, just put the volume up, or just restart the YouTube and we should be back to normal there. So without further ado, let's get cracking into dollar index. Dollar index is going to be a very key thing. Why? You need to remember, we talked about this last week in regards to the respect of dollar index. You have to have respect to the market at all time, and one way to do so is actually looking at what dollar index is doing. If dollar index goes up, so let me just write this down. If dollar index goes up, SPX goes down, and then BTC goes down. So like BTC will be like your crypto, your Ethereum, your alts and everything that will go up. So having a bullish dollar is bad. It's mad. It's fucking not good for you, for us as well. 2022, big ass spike up there. Bad for crypto, right? Bad for stocks, right? Bad for currency, right? Everything like fell down. If you live in the if you live in the UK, pound sterling went down to fucking lows, 40-year lows. If you live in Europe, you'll be using the euro, you fucking got shanked in it, and everything else got shanked too as well. All the currency got fucked over by dollar index as well. So that's not good. But if dollar index is going down, SPX will then go up, and BTC will then go up too, right? It's like an inverse correlation between dollar index and SPX, and essentially dollar index and BTC. Why am I saying this, right? Because it's really important to understand the bigger picture, right? Once you have the bigger picture of what's going on, like it's about having a bias. My bias for Bitcoin since the beginning of the year has been bullish, right? It's going to go up. Granted, I didn't buy the lows at 15, 16k. Above 17k, around 17,400 is when I accepted that, yo, this is going to go up and take in liquidity, right? Now, we're at 43, 44k, well, 43k right at the current moment in time. What does that mean? Do we continue to go up, or are we going to go for a nasty pullback and come back down to, I don't know, like 30k, 20k, who knows? These kind of numbers are kind of crazy numbers as well. I'm not saying it's impossible to come back down to 30k, 28k and stuff like that. I'm just saying that let's just have that in mind, but we need to have the bigger picture of what dollar index is doing. So when I'm looking at this, right, we're currently over here. Let me change the color, right? Again, nice. To you guys it's pink, but to me it's always going to be red. So don't argue with me. But yeah, so you're learning from me, so don't fucking argue, right? Listen, I'm joking. I'm messing. Shout out to Mr. Incredible, man. That's a fucking good mug as well. I like Disney. So yeah, so we're looking at where we are. We are right here, so which means we're focusing in this particular area here. As you can see, price has just consolidated. It's just stuck. It's not moving upwards. It's not moving downwards. When it did move upwards, it became a wick on the yearly. This is on the yearly. I'm not talking about lower time frame. This became a wick on the yearly. And this one is, again, another lower wick there. So is that a lower high? I don't know. Well, let's figure out. Where's the range? To me, the range high is 2016 high and 2016 low. I think we covered it last week, but I'm going to touch base on this, and then we're going to actually talk about our extended targets on Bitcoin, which is possible. 48k, I generally believe 48k is on the table, and it's possible we can go to 62k. All right, let's not fucking jinx it. Let's not get too excited. You know, a lot of people are going to say, but yo, we need to get pullback. We need to get a pullback. Bruv, like your fucking pullback was happening on the fucking daily, right? It's happened pullbacks the other day. You know, like it's not giving time for like the perfected area that you want to buy. Right, it's like, so let's say for those who didn't buy in like 15, 16k, I wasn't one of those ones, for example, right? I bought higher just around the 17, 18k level, right? That's when I started buying into alts. Now, would it have gone back to the yearly open? I would have liked to do so, but there's a moment in time you gotta realize with crypto, if this is your first run, you have to understand things are so crazy. It's just mad volatility everywhere, right? When I say mad volatility, price just literally just does this small little pullback, then bang, and then small. It doesn't sometimes it doesn't even retest this fucking high. It has a pullback here and it keeps on going higher like that. Maybe then it will come back for a pullback like this and then shoot up higher. It like does a stop run and then fucking goes up higher as well. So that's the craziness in crypto. It doesn't obey the standard, like, let's call it physics of charting itself, right? Looking for key area of support. You need to look at it on the lower time frame, and it does work out quite well, better than others itself. So it's one of those situations. So looking at dollar index, right? Clearly, what you can see, we've got resistance over here, support, close enough resistance, deviation, Resistance last year and resistance this year. We are closing below here, which means we are coming to the mid-range, and from the mid-range, I reckon we'll go down to 92. Then from there, we'll see what happens. So for those who are bearish, right, like, I hope that helps out. I hope that actually gives you a bit of a clarification on why I'm bullish as well, and why I'm looking at this as well. You know, like, one of the key things for me to be bearish in the beginning of the year, well, it really came down how we closed for the yearly. We closed below this high. That was enough sign for me to say, ooh, okay, maybe we have a bit of a deviation. I don't expect this high to come out there. You know, we've got this fair value gap here as acting as resistance, right? Let me delete all this shit. Right, you got this fair value gap, but it's acting as resistance, and you can see it's respecting the fair value gap, right, between this area. That's the fair value gap. It's respecting that resistance, resistance, resistance. It's fucking resistance. If we get back above it, we close above it, then fine, fuck it, let's go up higher. Until then, let's just play that range band. In my opinion, 92 is on the table. Going down lower time frame quickly, it is coming to the yearly open, so it's going to be very interesting to see what happens. But looking at the fucking daily, I'm just going to quickly touch base on this as well, just so I have an idea what the fuck I'm looking at. I've just got a range, right? We've got the macro range, which is the 2016 range highs and range lows, and then we've got this range band environment throughout this whole year. It's just January's high, January's low, deviation, resistance, deviation, deviation, deviation. Is this a deviation? I don't know. I don't know. But one thing for certain is, if we take out this low over here, right, it's fucking sending back down to the mid-range of 2016. Does that make sense? Right? Where can you future trades in the UK? Ooh, name. It's unfortunately, according to so this whole FCA situation, you can't actually future trade in the UK itself unless you find somewhere like that there's no KYC. It's very difficult for me to actually, because I am currently, like, sometimes, you know, well, I'm in the UK currently at the moment, isn't it, right? So so I can't really promote anything else out there to what the news to trade, to be honest, as well. Obviously, we can only spot trade unless you find another loophole itself, right? I don't know any loopholes. I don't promote any loopholes. I'm not doing that kind of stuff. I don't want to get sued, right? Please don't fucking send this to fucking FCA. But I'm just talking about, this is all just a trade idea of what I think of what's going on. It's non-financial advice. Let me say that out there before fucking someone actually takes me out, bro. You know how it is. It's fucking, you never know these days. But finish off this roll up, you know. Abu Irfan saying, is futures trading halal? Listen, brother, I am not a scholar. I can't really answer that thingy publicly. You've got to go to a scholar. Some scholar says it's halal. Some of them says it's makruh. Some says it's haram. I don't know. It all comes down to who you follow, your madhab itself. But in terms of your view itself, I can't really give an answer. Everyone asks me that question as well. Like, friends and family ask me that question all the time. I can't give that answer, unfortunately. So, you know, like, look, each to their own, right? So, like, if you believe it's okay to leverage trade, then do it. You know, if you believe that it's not okay, it's against the laws of Islam, then don't do it. You know, I don't know what to say. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, so dollar next, get back into it because we're losing time, right? So we're looking at this, right? So clearly on the daily, we're getting back below here now. Is this a deviation? It's a very key thing there. What's going to be key is, do we get a retest maybe into this area here and then lose this level there? That's the extreme retest itself, but I want to lose this January's range line. If we do that, ideally, right, something like this, right, a retest, breakdown over here, lower lows, lower highs, I'll be looking for this area here and then going for liquidity. Once we take out this liquidity, then we see, do we actually have another retest one more time? Because this is like another range between this low here and this high here, and play back up there for a retest, and that's going to be resistance because that's range low, which is a deviation, and we come back down making lower lows, it's going to be resistance or proven otherwise. Or if we climb up, right? I'm going to say that. Climb up, I don't know. But the moment we take out this low here, right? Take out this low here, it's going to show me lower lows because we've got lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, maybe a lower high, lower lows. Market structure is bearish. Continuation of bearish market structure. Give me 1 second. Sorry about that. Apologies for that. Yeah, so there's lower, I think, a bearish market structure, and then I'll be looking for continuation to go to the mid-range of 2016 mid-range, which means Bitcoin's going to be bullish. Bitcoin's going to be bullish, right? So am I expecting a pullback into 20k, 30k? Pretty much not, right? So that's the dollar index covered. Is looking really bearish as well. It's showing me possible breakout of a range low itself. And if it does take out this low, that's your absolute confirmation to say, yo, let's send this motherfucker back down lower. So that's all it comes down to there, right? So now let's go and talk about Bitcoin, because Bitcoin's quite a key thing, right? So so the funny thing is, right, I actually said this in the Discord group yesterday itself, right, as we were coming down and we lost this low here, right, this was in the morning. I was talking to them, right? So we got like a range high and a range low. This is from like 2 weeks ago. Is it 2 weeks ago? Yeah, 2 weeks ago, range highs and lows itself. You know, the liquidity is resting here. We take out the liquidity there. We were consolidating in this area here. You see how we break down bearish market structure, retest this area, retest the range high itself, consolidation, and then lower lows. And it comes into the mid-range. I was saying to the Discord group, right, listen, guys, I think it's still bullish, right? Yes, it could potentially come down to the range lows over here, take out liquidity here. Possible. Very, very possible. But have you not noticed this whole freaking run, right, in the last couple of months, right, we're just holding trend lines? Key trend lines. Let me show you examples of trend lines we're talking about. I'm not talking about 1 hour or 50-minute trend lines. I'm talking about like 4 hours daily trend lines. We got one over here, right? We got one over here. Let's use this low here. You can see that trend line there is holding, right? Support, deviation, support. Does it come back down to here as support? That's a key support I was looking for. Maybe it takes out this low. Whoopsie daisy. Maybe it takes out this low, comes down over here, and then does this, and then rallies the fuck up. That's a possibility, right? The second thing is, right, like if you're looking at this as well, on the 4 hours, the current trend line that I was kind of anticipating was this one here, from this low to that area here. Something like this I was looking at, right? So you can see that low here act as support, and he finally touches the support. It's clear enough as well. Even on Twitter, I wrote this down, and I took a fucking long, to be honest, between us. Ooh, I will share that out. I'll share that out in just a moment as well. That's a very interesting little tweet there. But anyway, profile, let me... Oh, 77.9k. Fucking hell, bro. Nearly 78. So, yeah. Where the fuck are you? I need to find you. Yeah, here we go. Here we go. That's when I took the tweet. I sent the tweet in the morning, or was it morning? Yesterday. It was yesterday, 6, right, in UK AM time. Shorting is fine, but take your profits on the trend line before we take your stop loss. We're gonna take out fucking stop losses. Bearish stop losses are gonna take it out. We've already talked about dollar index. Dollar index shows what? Bearishness. Do what? The 92. If dollar index is gonna go down, Bitcoin's gonna go up. SPX is gonna go up. So if you're gonna short, that's what it is. Trend line support. Take your profits. Don't try to find it. Don't try to find it. Fight it. When, for example, if I draw a line over here, right, so let's say you got this price action over here, I will look for shorts only when we do this, right? So it comes down over here, support, and it breaks down, gives me a lower low. This is my confirmation to short. That will be, it needs to give me a lower low. Don't give me a fucking deviation, step back up and go up high. Or even over here, I want to look for shorts on support of these. I need to break it, show me bearish market structure. Then I'll take the shorts. For the time being, I'm taking the fucking longs non-stop. All my trades have been long. Minimal losses as well. I have taken some stop losses, don't get me wrong. Some of those fuckery ones has been happening the last couple of days. But what can you do? That's the market for you. You know, sometimes maybe good, sometimes maybe shit. You know that gif? Sometimes shit, sometimes I don't know what it is, but you get the point. Off topic, but when will the first stream with Kazi and Shazby? It will be sometime January. First week of... No, it won't be first week of January because I'm not back from Dubai myself. I'm going to Dubai on Friday. I won't be back till the 3rd. Yeah, in the evening on the 3rd. And Kazi will be back shortly afterwards. So you'll be around the 6th, 7th, I believe, of January. That's when we're looking to do the sessions between us as well, okay? So I took it long. Now, I'm going to explain why I'm bullish on the 48k level, right? So the first thing comes to this, right? When I'm looking at this, we're coming to the mid-range. Every time I see, right, that price holds the mid-range and shows me bullish market structure, it's anticipation of a breakout. I'm saying I'm wrong over here. I'm wrong of this area here. I'm going to shoot up, taking out liquidity. Now, some of us may not be in the longs there. Perfectly fine. How do we get on board? There are ways to get on board. You don't have to rush into it. Unless you want to go into it and just say, yeah, stop losses here. That's fine. It's entirely up to you. But as a trade idea, right, what I'm looking for in particular is just seeing how this reacts. We are close to the range high, and we are also close to this key point. Now, every time, like normally, I'm going to show it quick. education point of view, you got the range high, you got the mid range, and you got the range low. Okay. Price goes to low to mid, mid to high, high to mid, mid to low. All right. Targets, right? Targets, 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 targets. All right. You get the point there. And then it goes to low to mid, mid to high. Then it comes to mid, does a deviation and shows me a bullish price action. You see how this is lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows. And then we get a breaking market structure. We get a higher high, higher low, higher high, and higher low. There's a breaking market structure which tells me that this bearish trend line is broken, and we're now going to go up to the bullish trend line, at least to a target to the range highs, and then looking for liquidity and looking for the breakout to the upside. That's it. Does everyone understand that before I move on for a second there? Right, that's literally is one of my secret techniques on anticipation of breakout. That's simple as that. Okay, and that's where it comes into why I'm so bullish on the 48k level. Right, well, before we get to 48k level, at least let's get to 44, then we'll talk about 48k. But it's going perfectly fine, right? So my entry was somewhere around here, and stop losses here. All right, so I'm up at the moment itself. If I want to jump on board, right, how do I jump on board, right? One way is it's going to come up into this range bound environment here. It's going to be resistance here. We've got this fair value gap here, which we're filling out. If we break down, I'm not looking for a short, but I'm looking for areas for support. One area could be support is this area here, coming back, filling out this gap over here. Let me just try and make this straight. It's fucking quite bent over there, isn't it? So, there. Come back over here. Maybe do this, a deviation, and hold support. Bullish price action. I'm happy to go in for a long on a pullback with a stop loss here. That's one idea. A deeper pullback is it could actually decide to say, you know what, screw you, I don't want to come down. Look for support over here, but this low has to hold. This low is very, very important for it to hold. If it holds, the idea is correct. If it doesn't hold, fuck. You know what I mean? That's the truth. Fucking it, because it took me out in it, the bastard. So guys are saying, what makes you decide to trade spot or futures, Dink? I like trading futures and I like trading spots. Like in spots itself, it's really easy. I can just huddle on onto solid projects itself. Like for example, I'm in a bunch of good ones like Paul I got in. There's over 100x anyway. I don't know if you've seen the tweet about it's got its own ecosystem in CoinMarketCap. I think it's gonna be a fucking bullish play. I think Paul goes to over $1 billion in my opinion. I genuinely believe that's gonna actually get sent. I mean AIX as well. AIX is about 20 million market cap itself. I do think that's gonna hit 200 like $1 billion as well, quite possible. You guys might be thinking like this guy's fucking crazy, but if you look at Matic, right? I don't know if I've showed this to you, but if you look at Matic, right? Delete this for a second. Yeah, let's go on Matic, right? Back in the days, right? Like some of you guys weren't even born in crypto, and you guys may have joined a bit later on in it, but you don't know shit. So let me tell you a few things about like when I say about fucking like a billion market cap, and you might be thinking, oh, you're fucking crazy. But let me explain something, right? Matic in 2019 was worth 30 million, 23 million, 30 million, 28. Coming to 2022, 25 million. We mean fuck all in it. 25 million, bro. My Cree bag is more than that. Right, I got a bag of Creso. Let me show you. Let me bring up Dextool Cree. Yeah, my Creso bag's at 50 million market cap, made an all-time high and shit. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, like, and then Matic is at like at 30 million, 40 million, and whatever. And I'll like after that, it goes to $1 billion, right? In the bull market, in the clear bull run in 2021. $1 billion, then he goes 10, he pulled back to like 5 and some shit like that, but he went to 18 billion. So if let's just say, for example, right, if you were to hold, all right, and this is what I like spots. I love a fucking good spot. I played this wrong in the last run, you know, I played like a trader. This time I'm fucking hodling that shit, you know what I'm saying? So 15 million, so like what, let's say you sell like a 15 billion, right? 15 million, that's 15 billion divided by, I don't know, fucking 50 million, right? If you had held on to it, it's a 300x. This is in regards to market cap, of course. I absolutely agree. But even in 2020, what was the price there? No, wait. Once again, price there. What was the price in 2020, right? It was like 1 cent, bruv. 1 cent. Do you know what I'm saying? It was like fucking 1 cent, bruv. You know what I'm saying? I don't how to understand, how to explain that. It was 1 cent for such a long time. All this was, it was just consolidation, bruv. And then we ripped up to fucking $2. After $2, right? Then we pulled back. Yeah, granted, we pulled back under $1, right? But then we ripped up to another $2.72. So you still made 100x, 200x. So if like I said this in the beginning of the year, if you want to actually make 100x's, you've got to hodl your fucking game. You've got to look for the legitimate projects that you are sincere about, good community, builds, you know, they are active, you know, and whatnot. You know, Telegram is always popping and whatnot. They're always looking for something. The Twitter's active and stuff like that. It's a legitimate project. Like for me, gaming and AI are the two main ones as well. They're going to be a big one as well for me. Like for example, crypto be talking about Cent or Cent itself. Like what is Cent at the moment? This is supposed to be Bitcoin, man, and we went off fucking topic now. Cent is what? Jesus Christ, 8.8 million. So yeah, we're not too far from 10 million itself. I think 100 million is very easy. Then after that, we'll see what happens. You know, see what as long as the team continues to build, I think it's fucking good. I generally think it's all good. So you like the most gains you're gonna get is from low caps, right? Back in the days, Matic was a low cap. Right, it's not a low cap no more. It's a large cap, right? It's a major, and that's a very different game now, isn't it? You're not gonna make as many X's as you would have if you could go back in 2020. I'm sure most people would go into Matic. It's an easy 100x, 200x, 250x itself, right? So it's one of those ones. So like I'm like that's my idea. I'm spot hodling. I'm just hodling the shit out of it. In terms of futures trading, right? Like leverage itself. Leverage is just I'm just like it's like a living for me kind of thing. Just like so I do both. Like in terms of I'm leveraging on one side and I've got spot bags on the other side. So if I'm shorting the market itself, right, on Bitcoin for example or whatnot, then it's all perfectly fine. Give me a second. Oh, sorry about that. Sorry about that. I'm really sorry about that. Anyway, yeah. So that's why I'm looking at leverage and spots on both sides as well. So if I'm shorting Bitcoin for example, right, and I'm sitting spots, I'm not really too fussed. At least I know I've got like money there that if it does rally up, it rallies up. And then with Bitcoin, I'm just like playing Bitcoin as it is. All the other alters are as a separate kind of mindset as well. But that's all it is now. Going back to Bitcoin in terms of anticipating the breakout. The mid-range holds itself. Does it come back down? So let's go back to the plans, right? Let's not talk about all the alts. Please don't distract me on alts. I love talking about alts. Tomorrow we'll do about that. Tomorrow we'll do about alts itself. But right now we just need to talk about Bitcoin and focus on what's happening in Ethereum. And then we're going to leave that. And then tomorrow and Friday we can actually do an alts, okay? Now, what's it? Maham saying, I'm in crypto from learning since 21 December. Give me some advice. I lost my pocket money many times. I hospitalized. You're a hospitalized student. Please guide. Listen. Spot, man. Just buy and hodl. That's really it. I mean, all the things I say, I don't speak out of my arse in it. Like, I legitimately say things because these are my learning curves. I made the mistakes of, like, in 2017, thinking I was a bad man. And then, like, bull market was great in it. And then 2018, lost everything. Then 2020, I played it very differently. I played it like as a trader, you know, like I was taking profits early compared to what I should have done as well, because many things actually rallied a lot more higher than when I was taking profits initially. But if you buy into projects as well and you just hold on to it, you should be fine. I think spots is the one. The thing is with leverage as well, not everyone can do leverage. Let's be honest, right? Like most of you guys are shit. It sounds fucked up, but it's gonna be honest as well. You know, you think you're gonna make money from leveraging in just a thingy, in just like by taking a couple of longs, but it doesn't. It's not like that. It's a lot of psychological gameplay as well. 1 second there, sorry. Yeah, a lot of psychological gameplay there. Let me have a cigarette and then chat to you guys, because we're actually going to thingy to more of an advice situation. I want you guys to focus for a moment there. So yeah, architect is saying, right, don't touch leverage. Don't touch leverage. If you've lost money, right, look, if you can play the game, you can play the game, right? If you can play leverage, you play leverage. If you can't play leverage, right, and you're watching me looking to actually play leverage, don't learn from me. What I'm telling you, learn from me, right? I'm not saying put your money into it. I'm not promoting to actually leverage trade. I'm a trader. Like, to bear in mind, I've been doing this for 6 years. It's a long time, and the trader I was 2-3 years ago, 4 years ago, is shit compared to how I am now. I'm a whole different person when I come to actually, approaching the market. So don't get me wrong. I took a lot of loss too, man. A lot of loss. But like, I was quite fortunate. Like, I had a good job. Well, yeah, I did have a good job actually. I was in pharmacy. I was a pharmacist, and I was earning quite good money itself. So when I was trading and practicing or whatever, I could afford to lose 300, 400, 500 pound a month as well. Can't afford it obviously, but you get what I'm saying in that. And but like, eventually clicked, and when it clicked, right, and like, I can not clicked as in like I understood the whole market, but I understand how to play this game. It's just taking profits, looking for entry. I'm not a freaking, like, you have to bear in mind, like, right now you guys are seeing my trades right now on Twitter, and I'm making it right. It looks it's perfect, everything's going well, but it's just a momentum. Just a momentum. When the momentum's with you, you just ride it. When it's against you, you just need to slow down and just take it easy. Just don't rush. Don't ever rush. And inshallah, everything goes well, man. I wish you nothing but the best for luck in your pharmacy studies as well. And for all of you guys as well, I wish you nothing but the best so you can make the most out of it and have a better life in the future, because fuck this life, right, of actually being a slave to the system. It doesn't make any sense, man. Like, no one wants to fucking work minimum wage and shit like that. Fuck that shit, man. Even fucking doctors and shit like that want to actually earn more than that. So you should too as well. I don't think, like, it shouldn't be a fucking game where the rich stays rich. You guys have the opportunity, and you guys, inshallah, will actually get out of this mess as well. Play the game correctly. Take profits when needed to take profits as well. Don't be stupid. Don't be FOMOing into bullshit. Don't be fucking chasing shit. When something's pumped, it's pumped. Let it fucking go. I'm telling you, let it fucking go. Because you know what? Look at this Omni shit. Actually, fuck it. Let's do one more thingy. Alt. One more alt, because this is a lesson for you guys. Look at Omni. I'm guessing you guys have seen this all over on Twitter, right? Now, I'm not attacking the project or whatever. Don't think that like I'm attacking project or attacking influencers who actually has Omni, or even you guys who have Omni. I think it's fucking sick. If you made fucking thousands of like hundreds of Ks, 50s of Ks, 10s of Ks, or even millions out of Omni, congratulations. I'm really happy for you as well. But like, for the mindset, right, because you have to bear in mind, most people who's watching me, I understand this, are people who was just like me once. Just want to make the most out of it, who's struggling, who's having fucking a hard time. Maybe your fucking missus actually, cutting your fucking throat or some shit like that, or your boyfriend's been controlling. Maybe you're living at your parents and you want that freedom, but your parents ain't giving you that freedom itself. Maybe there's so many things going on. Maybe you're stuck and you want to get out. I felt like that too. I was once suicidal. I'm sure some of us over or in the group chat itself actually have gone through that same method in their mind. But I'm telling you, I've done it before. I once tried to commit suicide. I'm not proud of it. I'm telling you, I am just like you guys. There's no difference between me and you apart from what our morals are, right? That's all it comes down to. So even Steve is saying he's been there as well. And look, we're still here. So we got to be thankful. Be very, very thankful for everything we've got, because life's fucking short. And when life works out, right, it has a weird way of working out. I promise you this. I felt like the bottom of the bottle one time. I had nowhere to turn. I had no one I could trust as well. And, I was suicidal and whatnot. Like, even my own family was against me and shit like that. Like, they were kind of tempting me to actually kill myself if I was really a man. That's the type of shit I was dealing with at home. And I'm here, alhamdulillah. Like, I found God. And I think God for me, like, everyone needs to find a purpose. And I think God for me was the one thing that really got me out of a lot of mess, generally speaking. So I get it. And when you're seeing a lot of tweets out there like Omni, it's on all chains and whatever, buy into it and whatever, it's going to send to billions of dollars and stuff like that. I understand you want to jump onto it. But when I saw this and it was like fucking ripped up like here, but brother, how am I going to go into it? Do you know what I mean? Well, how am I going to go into it? Like, this doesn't look fucking good. Like, this is fucking mad. Like, it's just rallied up too fucking fast. I couldn't get into it. So now it's pulling back down, it's consolidating. If I want it to, if I want to jump in, this is a consolidation here. Let me just, like, move this along here. I'll find you the range band environment here. And if anyone wants to jump on, by all fucking means, right? You guys can do whatever you want in it. But, like, look, to me, I'm looking at SRs. I'm looking at this low here. It's support. We've got a bit of a deviation there possible. And I'm looking at fucking this high here. It's resistance. That's the range band environment, right? We can consolidate in this area for however long it wants to do. Once it breaks out to the upside, I will have more confidence for me to say, yeah, I'm happy to get in. Maybe I didn't get into here. It's not a problem. But I'm more confident getting up higher prices, showing me why. It has legitimate reasons to push up to these areas here, come into this area, and shoot up for all-time high. That's what it comes down to. You have to wait. I have a simple rule. When I see a pump, I wait the fuck out. Right? If I see a dump, I wait the fuck out too. I let it consolidate. Once it consolidates, it gives me a fucking reason for me to take a trade. Does that make sense, everybody? Don't rush into anything. Don't make that mistake. I did that too. Trust me. It's not a fucking nice mistake to do as well. I need some water. Fucking throat's dry and shit. Right. 35 minutes in and we just talked a lot of shit now. Let's get some work done. Hopefully you actually are enjoying this or learning a few things. Smash the likes up and yeah, let's see what's good. What do you look for to move your stop loss to break even to your trade? Once it looks like it's a bullish market structure. Bullish market structure was one thing, or if I have a target in mind, if I hit my first target, right, for example, I'm moving my stops to break even. It's always protecting yourself. You look for any reason to protect yourself at all times. Never try to think to yourself that you're going to be better than the market. It's a massive mistake. Okay, right then, let's get back to our BTC. Right, so the plan is this now, right? I want to see how Bitcoin, we talked about the anticipation of the breakout. Let's get back into the work itself, right? So I want to see price come into here, maybe pull back into this area here or come back into the mid-range. If it gives me this area here as a bullish price action there, I'm happy to go for a long itself, stop loss here. Or if it does give me a pull back into this area here, for example, down here, and then reclaim, well, I can hold, as long as this low holds, I'm happy to go in for a stop loss over here. A reclaim of this level, give me a bullish price action. I'll be looking for target one itself, a key target itself. And then once we get up and shoot above this range high itself, we're looking at this range band environment to play a reclaim of this range high itself. We're looking for taking out these highs there, and then we're going to go to the all-time important level, right? So liquidity is resting over here, because once we break out of this, right, we're going to be taking out liquidity over here and over here. And this is the key area here, 48 point something K, right? 48.2K, call it like that. 48.2K, and that's 2022's range high, and that's it. Does it happen before the New Year's? I don't know. I don't really fucking know. If it does, happy days. I mean, like, if you guys want more of a confirmation kind of thing, well, we can find confirmation. I think this. I don't like that. Can I use this one? I think this is a bit of a nice confirmation right here. So you got this high over here, right, acting as resistance over here. Resistance. Look at that fucking resistance, man. Just kissing it. Can't even do shit, man. Like, at least fucking trying to rip it off in it. But anyway, it doesn't want to do that. Let it do its thing. Let's have a look. Trying to find something right there. Okay, never mind. Right. Once it does its thing, right, breaks out of this level there, bullish price action. That's another way to say that, well, resistance has flipped as support, and we are going to go up to 48.2K, and that's it. That's all it is. That's all it is. That's as simple as that. Don't overcomplicate the situation. Play it to 48.2K, and after that, we'll figure out what it is. Okay? Does it break up higher or not? Now, if it's going to break up higher, I want to show you another chart. Right? I've got this level here. Right? So let me just bring up to the daily, and I'm going to show you a possibility, right, of it going to 62K. Now, I'm not saying this is what's going to happen. I'm just saying a possibility, nothing else, okay? So let me bring that back in line. I like things in order and line. So what we got here is a range band environment, right? Here is 2021's Q1 and Q1's low and high, all right? This is the mid-range, and right here we're at the mid-range. Once we flip above the mid-range and break above, if it was to be bullish and breaks above these highs over here, this is 2022's high, breaks above these 22's highs, showing me continuation of bullish price action. Target one will then be 53.4K, that's the 75% range, and then we go up to range high, which is 62K, and that's it. That's the only plan for the breakout. If we are going to go up higher itself, it's a possibility. Why? Because this is just a range band environment. Like we talked about in the very beginning. What is the range band environment? Let me tell you that. That's a bit old eyes. The range band environment is this. Over here, ping pong over here, deviation, back up to the mid-range to range high. That's all we're looking for. So if it does all it has to do, reclaim 2022's high, you know it's a fucking long to 53.4k, which is right over here, and then the secondary targets is 62k, 61.8, 61.9k, and done, finish. Let's see what happens in a range band environment. So I do think we're gonna actually, you know, I feel like we are gonna go to 62k. I can't fucking believe I just said that. That's fucking mad. How the fuck did I just say we're gonna go to 62k? Obviously, we have to reclaim 48k. 48k is the key thing. Reclaim that, we're good to go. And that's what it is, right? Now, whoopsie daisy. Now, what we're looking for, Ethereum. Ethereum is another key factor, right? Ethereum is taking that key areas itself. We have been consolidating in this area here, right? Right, what we got here is a weekly range again. Same weekly range 2 weeks ago, high and the low, all right? What we got there, we took out the lows over here, consolidation, we took out the highs over here. Liquidity's been taken out on both sides of the market there. This level here is the 2022's mid-range, which comes in at 23.87. If we look right now, right, I'm bullish on Bitcoin, and Bitcoin to me looks like it's gonna rip out now. This is all like this right now. It's a range band environment. Now I don't know if this come back for a retest into like this area here. Does it pull back right into the mid-range and holds into this area here and pushes up higher? I don't really know. One thing I am quite certain about, right? Because look, I don't want to short when it comes into a bullish structure, because we're having higher highs, higher lows all the way through. I don't want to short it. So look, if it does something like this, rips down, takes a short over here, I can take a short-term short over here. This is the short of the bearish plan. Target 1 at the 25% range, and I'm looking for target 2 at the mid-range. That's it. I don't want to expand this any further. If it holds above it, it should be bullish price action. Take the fucking, cut the short, look for the longs itself, break it back up to the range highs itself, and then we'll look at see what happens afterwards. But that's the idea. And if it does decide to break down and continue, then yeah, target 3, target 4, and that's it. Range band environment till it decides to break out. Now, but I'm looking at Bitcoin. Bitcoin is looking like it's going to break out. I'm looking at BTC dominance, and I'll show you that in a second. And Ethereum dominance, and I'll show you all those for a second, right? But I'm getting the urge to long. I'm getting the urge to long, right? And like if I look at BTC dominance, right, what is it showing me, right? This is as simple as I can get it as, right? We've got a bit of a trend line going on, right? A trending channel there. What we got here, ignore the range highs and shit like that, right? We're just gonna talk about this. This low here, support. We fucking lost this level there, right? Does it come back for a retest? I don't know, but it's showing me lower lows. We're taking out this because if I'm following market structure, right, that's the higher high, higher low, 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 higher high, and then we break the market structure. Then we make a lower low. Whoopsie daisy. Then we make a lower low. So right now, Bitcoin dominance is showing me bearish market structure. That's bearish on Bitcoin dominance. What does that mean, though, in particular? It doesn't mean Bitcoin's going to go down. It just means the money, right now, in terms of the dominating factor, there's 51.43%. Right, so 51.43% of crypto itself is in pretty much holding into Bitcoin. As it drops, it's gonna shift to somewhere else. Someone else is gonna be more dominating, and that will be Ethereum. When Ethereum becomes more dominating, we'll start to see BTC start shooting up, and then we start seeing alts start flowing into it. Because if Ethereum goes up, alts start to flow up as well. And right now we're seeing total 2, total 3. They're all looking quite fucking bullish in my opinion as well. Right, so we'll talk about these total 2 tomorrow itself. But for now, we'll just talk about the Bitcoin dominance itself. Now I'm looking for, like, if I take it on these lows, now I'm looking for liquidity. That's the next key lows over here. That'll be the next key low over here. That'll be the next key low over here, and that'll be the key low over here. But we got a range high over here, so we could do something like this, right? And then we'll figure out if we can get back below. Continuation, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, continuation down, and then we say that's the deviation of the range, and we play in this fucking range. Simple as that. Does that make sense? Hopefully it does, right? Now, if Bitcoin dominance is going down, let's look at ETH dominance quickly, and then we can quickly touch base on what Ethereum is looking like as well at the same time. When it wants to come up, there we go. Ethereum dominance there. Ethereum dominance right now is looking quite, this is the range low, and that's the range high. Deviation, 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 resistance, back down to range low. It's finding support, breaking these highs there, to me, it's looking like it's going up to the range, to the mid range. If it was to be bearish, we should have got underneath it and start breaking down, maybe coming to this area there, take out this liquidity, and we'll see what happens there, right? But instead, it's holding the range lows. If it's holding the range lows, that means Ethereum dominance has dropped its dominance from 21% itself approximately over the last couple of months, and it's come back down to 16%, and now 16.5%, and now it's showing some sort of a push. Bitcoin dominance is dropping, ETH dominance is increasing. Interesting. So if your ETH dominance is increasing, your alts are going to go rip as well. So that's why we're seeing Solana, you're seeing Inge, and all these other ones actually are breaking out there. We'll talk about that tomorrow in terms of what you call it, fucking alts itself, like in terms of plans of total free and all that kind of stuff. But let's just talk about this right now. The range bound environment, right? It says this to me: 2022's high time frame, 2022's low. Right, this is the mid range. We're at the mid range, acting as resistance. Cool. All we need to do, let it just consolidate here for however long it wants to do. The moment it breaks above and holds above it and show me bullish price action, I'll be looking for key areas. Well, from this is going to be coming into this as an area target, liquidity, and potentially going to 2022's high. All right, the mid range comes into about, that's the high. The mid range comes to, no, maybe a little bit higher, probably about $3,100, right? That's where the mid range, like between these 2 points itself, right? But so I'm looking at 3,100 is possible, but I'm looking for a key area that is going to act as support, as resistance. What is that? It's another freaking range itself, and you know what it is? And I believe Bitcoin can go up to 3K. I believe this is what it is. This is the swing long that I've got, and I post this on Twitter. And right now, like, I'm looking for a freaking 31R on this swing trade itself. Right now, it's sitting on fucking what, 17R, so it's not fucking too bad anyway on this swing trade. The early opens way low. This is the key area that we're looking at in terms of ranges itself. What we got here is this. Let me change the color. We got the second quarter of 2021, the second quarter highs and lows of 2021. That's the range bound environment, resistance, deviation, support over here. And this is just all just a fucking deviation, another smaller deviation. The higher lows are all the way through. Show me bullish price action there. We're taking out these out there. And we are finding resistance where? We're saying 2037, 2036, sorry, 2336, which is like the 2022's mid-range. But the 25% of this range is 2368. Quite close enough. This is where we're at. This is where we're actually finding resistance. If you look at it quite closely, look at the wick. The wick just on here. Resistance. And resistance. So we need to flip this level here, and then we play it for the fucking next level, which is what? Into the mid-range, which is at 30.36. And that's what it is. And that's my idea. Whoopsie daisy. And that's my idea for Ethereum. So hopefully that helps out there in terms of why I'm bullish and whatnot. Looking at dollar index, showing the macros on Bitcoin and Ethereum. And tomorrow we'll do some alt session tomorrow around the same time itself. I do appreciate you guys actually coming on here as well. So shout out to all you guys there. You know, you guys have been very very responsive. It's one of the most responsive fucking session I ever had. 1 second then. Most responsive session I ever had. So I'm grateful for all of you guys there. So thank you so much for that. When you draw a range, let's have a look. I was saying, advice for first cycle, shall we play the money cycle, BTC, ETH, large cap, low cap, or just buy alts now in USDT and HODL? All right, so I think that's a good question. Very interesting question. So we all seen, I don't know if you guys seen it, and I'll bring it up again tomorrow, right? So if I just go back to the scene and bring up a new page, let's go onto Google. I am on Google, what the fuck? Anyway, type in crypto market, no, alt market cycle. Right, and go to images. I think a lot of you guys must have seen this before. Where is it? There, crypto money flow charts. That's the fucking, what the fuck is going on, man? I can't even find it. Shit, bro. Bunch of bollocks in it. Here we go. It's right here. Sorry about that. Yeah. So you guys have all seen this one. I'm trying to open up the page. There we go. So. Yeah, the path to alt season, right? So money moves from Bitcoin, and then so the money flow moves from Bitcoin to Ethereum. Ethereum's outperforming Bitcoin, and we hear talks of the flippening, and then it goes from the Ethereum to large cap, which is to alt. Ethereum has outperformed Bitcoin, and large caps are going parabolic. and then it started to flow into large caps. Have gone full vertical, and we're seeing blow off top. So like when you look at Solana, Inge, what else? You got Matic is another one that's been blowing up at the same time. We got OPs blowing up at the same time. We got a bunch of them all popping out of nowhere, right? One Harmony fucking coin is all popping out. Then it moved from mid to low caps, and micro caps all tend to pump around the same time. Large caps have been outperforming Bitcoin and Ethereum, and when large caps outperform Bitcoin and Ethereum, that's no respect to the king of the market. Bitcoin's your king, Ethereum's your prince itself, right? You got memes are everywhere. Everyone is super excited that you feel the main in the air, and then it moves back to Bitcoin, and then that's it. Whole cycle done. You know, you're taking your profit itself. But so everyone have seen that now. Now, if you are quite experienced, right, it's very easy to actually play the large cap game, focusing on what the large cap is, and then slowly move the money from large cap to the mid cap to low caps itself, right? It's a difficult game to do. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's a very, very tricky situation to do. I don't particularly advise something like that, because what you're doing is you're fighting. Well, not fighting, but you're unless you have the time and your experience, right? Yeah, perfectly fine. But if you're not experienced itself, my advice is look for a mixture of large, mid, and lows, right? I like my low caps. I'll be honest with you. I love my low caps. I do have some large caps as well. I bought Solana at $17. I bought INJ from freaking $5.80. It's gone up like 8x or something like that as well. You know, Solana's ripping off like crazy as well. I've got RNDR from about $1. I first bought it at 153, and then I bought some more at $1, and that was it. And so my average is about 125ish. That's like 4 something as well. I've got a bunch of large caps as well, but I do have mid caps too. But I do love my low caps like Cressor, AIX, Paul. What else we got? We got a new one I bought into Guardian. I haven't even tweeted about this. I haven't bought a tweet about this. I will tweet it later as well. But another one is Guardian AI. That's another low cap. Let me just have a quick look at what the price is. It's 3 million market cap itself. So yeah, all these are like, so the low caps itself, I'm just hodling. So for me personally, I would advise, I mean, look, again, it's not a financial advice, but I would personally actually look to hodl projects for the longer term than actually try and play the flipping and moving around money left, right, and center. So that's why spot buys are one thing a lot, and then you got trading as another thing. You know, that's how I like to play as well. So I just keep playing that rinse and repeat kind of thing as well. Okay, Crypto is your first live show. Oh, that is it. Bless you, man. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much for that. So yeah, I hope to see you here a bit more. What's up? We got Cruz Play saying champion. Apologies, new to the space. Sorry. You speak heaps on range levels. Any content of yours specific giving to sharing the knowledge. So, you see, okay. Right, so I've always wanted to do like some sort of like session, you know, like a crypto 101 or trading session 101 kind of thing that's going to be free on YouTube as well. I thought about it for quite some time. It's just a matter of time I don't have. I'm pretty much a one-man army doing a lot of things. It's not like I've got a big team behind me to do all my content. I do it myself. So I will look at doing something like that, but there is a Discord there. It is a private Discord as well, so obviously there's going to be a fee to it as well. I don't promote that. I don't go around tweeting about it as well to buy into my Discord. If you want to buy into it, you buy into it. If you don't want to, it's entirely up to you. In there is that there's a concept section in there in the Discord itself, right? But what I do is I like to actually go on a daily basis and chat to the guys and make videos for the Discord, and every day is break down crypto, break down alts, look for possible trades and stuff like that. So that's what I tend to do. But there's a ton of content that's actually on the Discord itself, but I haven't actually exposed it to publicly on YouTube itself. But Twitter personally itself, there's a lot of content that I actually put out there as well to explain some of the charts. And yeah, I mean, you guys can have a look. You guys can literally just have a look. So one second, let me just show you. Let me get the profile. Right, if I show you, there is content like this. Like, you know, obviously you can see like this stop loss, aggressive confirmation entry, and all that kind of stuff. Right, I entered the Solana trade a bit aggressively as well, but never mind. Matic as well, and I make all these notes itself. I don't see anyone making notes like this, but I do it. I like to do it as well. Maybe my handwriting is a bit messy. I always feel like it's a bit messy there, so I do apologize. I try to make it a bit neat, but then like me, it just, I don't know, like I I just fucking get in a zone kind of thing as well. So there is these type of contents I explain as well, and even on the YouTube session, like we talked about the ranges itself, I've talked about like, you know, like there's the theory base behind it as well. So hopefully that helps you out there as well. I'm not saying go in and buy into as well. If you guys are interested, it's entirely up to you guys. You can go to the website traderdank.com. That's the first I'm actually promoting as well. Traderdank.com. That's if you want to pay by card. If you want to pay by crypto itself, there is another way. If you go to my profile, type in Dank C Club there, and the first tweet itself, explains the whole thing about, for those who are interested in paying via crypto card. It's all the information's there. I don't promote my group itself. I don't think like I don't need the money from it in that kind of sense. If you get me, alhamdulillah, in that kind of sense. But because I spend some time like on a daily basis every morning, we're talking about 10:30 in the UK time. I spend a good like hour and a half, sometimes 2-3 hours, just talk about the market itself. Get that done in about an hour, then I just end up chilling with you guys a little bit here and there. But yeah, you get the point. So it's entirely up to you. It's there. So crypto guys are saying, when you draw a range, do you go for lower time frame or for confirmations, or lower time frame for to make what? Huh? Say again, right? Do you go for lower time frame for confirmations, or lower time frame is too many nodes? Oh no, I love lower time frame. Yeah. I like to go on lower time. To bear in mind, Kaiser, what it is for me. You're welcome, Sammy. I think I appreciate you actually being there as well. But what it is for me is that I'm a scalper. I scalp the market non-stop. Do you know what I mean? Like, I love scalping, man. Bro, give me a 15-second chart. I'm so fucking happy. That's Christmas for me, bro. Like, you know what? I don't need fucking, like, all the crazy shit that goes on. But, like, Christmas for me is just literally give me a 15-second chart. I'll fucking scalp the shit out of it. So, I've always been quite good in terms of actually lower time frame. So, I understand lower time frame. So, when I pick out a range, to be honest, my secret in ranges is I look for something in more of a high time frame range itself. So, like, for example, like, I'll give it, let's do it. Fuck it, it's lesson time, bruv. Come on, let's go. Let's go. Right, so if you look here, there's a range here on the daily. The range band environment's here. That's the range band environment. That's the range band here. Okay. Now, if I want to zoom in and find out another range there, I can do so. Right. So that's one range there. Why this is a range? This is because this high here is capping the market as resistance over here, and this low here is capping the market as support over here and over here. All right, so that's enough for me to say a range. But the mid range is a target there. Okay, now let's go into the 4 hours. Let's have a look at another range as well. I'm sure I can find another one. Yeah, so when we were playing in, where was it? So 4 hour range, I'll probably go, I don't get nothing here. On the 1 hour range, let's have a look. There was a range here, isn't it? This is Ethereum, Bitcoin. Yeah, see, 4 hour range here. You can play is within here. I found one here. We've got this range low over here, and that range high is over here. Right. So as you can see, right, that's the range low. Hold support, resistance, support till we lose it. Bearish market structure. There's a deeper retest, sells off there. That's a range there. If I go to like a quarterly, for example, I'm sure I can find another range. Like I'm doing this for fun in it, and I know these ranges by heart, so I'm kind of cheating there. But this was a range band environment, that higher there and that low there. We never come out for the liquidity itself because of bullish market structure itself, but I think I might have it. Yeah, there you go. So I got it drawn out there. But if we go to the daily, you can see how we actually react, right? So when we make the low of the quarter, that's the low of the quarter, the high of the quarter, it does a stop run, one more stop run into this key area of 2022's mid-range, finds resistance, breaks down there. There's a range band environment, loses their resistance, comes in there, resistance, sells off the mid-range, and it comes back down to this order block itself. There's a range band environment. Bro, I'm fucking talking. Sorry, guys. I wasn't really looking. Fucking hell. Sorry, dude. I went off on one as well, didn't I? I was in the zone. Fucking hell. Thank you, Steve. Fucking hell. Bro, it's probably you guys, isn't it? Because you know what? I'll be honest with you. I don't think if my family likes me talking, and like, bro, you talk too much. You know what I'm saying? But appreciate your love, man. Thank you so much for that, though. Start again. Start again. Okay, let's go to the daily. Right? Hide this all out, right? I'm kind of cheating here because I kind of already know my ranges anyway. But on the daily here, if I look at this, price is consolidating here, right? Let's do this again. Right, sit back and relax. Right, we're gonna do this. We're gonna do this slowly now because I think I owe that to you guys actually at the very minimum. So price is consolidating over here. What is the range? For me, I like to look at what's capping the market and what's holding the market there. This high over here is holding the market there. And this low, it doesn't hold the market itself, but it was a range low itself in terms of a weekly range itself. It's a daily, but it's caused the same thing as well. That was a weekly high and that was a weekly low, right? And as you can see, resistance over here, there's a deviation, resistance, sells off to the mid-range. Mid-range is always going to be a target. Get back below the mid-range. You play it back down to range low for liquidity. Okay? That's how it works out into a range bound environment, but we talked about anticipating the breakout once it reclaims this level there, and off we go. I think that's fucking good. So on the lower time frame, right, on the daily, it might show me like 4 or 5 candles like this, and like this. It might show like that, but it doesn't make any sense. But if I drop it down to the hourly, it will start to like show me price action where it will go like this, you know, like kind of goes up like that. Maybe a bit of a deviation, find a range bound environment, and then reclaims and hold above it. And on the 1 hour, it's much more clearer than the daily. This is the daily. The daily shows me one fucking big candle, and that's it. It doesn't mean much, okay? So that'll be like a range bound environment there. There is a range over here. If I drop it down to the 4 hours, again, same thing. I'm looking for what is capping the market. You can see price for a while was consolidating in this area here. All right, so where's that range? What caps the market to the downside? To me, is this low. Why that low? Because that low here holds support. Shank down, would do a deviation, right, and then sell off. Okay, so that low is very, very key, right? And it gives me the lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows. Okay. So what caps the market for resistance? It will be this high for me. Granted, you know, like it's not this high. Some of you guys, but why not this high? I like to, for me, it's this candle itself. Tells me a lot of stories itself. Close enough because there's like an older block in there in lower time frame. That acts as resistance right over here. And acts as resistance over here. We have a stop run taking out these highs itself. But that's a range bound environment. Even on the quarterly, there's a range. There's a range in everything. Everything, right? A quarterly, right? So if I go to the quarterly, what we have? For example, we've got a range band here. All right. Now that was a quarterly high. Oopsie daisy. That's a quarterly high, and that's a quarterly low. Now, granted, it doesn't take out this low over here, right? Because it's bullish market structure. I was actually very bullish on the market itself. That lows itself. I didn't want it to be taken out. If it takes me out, it's a stop run. Then, like, I want it to actually reclaim the range low itself. But if it breaks down from that range low, it's a short. You know, like remember we said, if it breaks down key levels, it's a short. If it holds support, don't fucking short it. Everybody, every Tom, Dick, and Harry was looking for shorts of this area here. Bro, I don't know what the fuck they were thinking. There's a bunch of Looney Tunes in this market space. I'm telling you, a bunch of Looney Tunes. Everyone's looking for shorts itself, right? But how are you going to short it back down? Yeah, granted that you got this fair value gap here. But at the end of the day, the market will do whatever the fuck it wants to do in it, right? So I'm very fortunate, right? I'm not trying to be a prick to bears. No, because look, I think everyone's gonna be a bull well, I think we've proven quite clearly in terms of the yearly and dollar index is actually gonna be bearish, which means it's bullish on crypto. So everyone's gonna join us too. So it's not a big deal, you know what I'm saying? I talk too much, bro. Do you know what I mean? So I need to have my fucking water, bro. So what you're looking at, right, is a range bound environment. So if I drop that, it doesn't mean much right here, but draw the levels up there. You can see that, you know, the green one's a quarterly range there. And the high and the low. Go on to the daily and have a look at this. This is a range bound environment. So when we make the low of the quarter, right? So I'm just going to mark this out. So you got the range low, so the mid range, then you got the range high. Right. Now, someone told me, it's like, yo, like, how do you feel? Like, a lot of people are really taking your range concept and then they're making it out for yourself and whatever and this and that, and you know, like they're kind of copying you or whatever. It's not really copying me. I think, look, it's there for everybody. You know, it's not a fucking one hit wonder, like a secret little fucking technique. That's why I'm sharing it with you guys now. But it just shows that I perfected my craft, and this took a long time to actually get better and better and better. A lot of scraps, a lot of fucking hardship on this. So when I share this to you, I take a lot of pride in understanding ranges, and so I can actually tell you about it as well. But I mean, like if they want to imitate me, bruv, like flattery is flattering it. You're gonna copy me. I feel fucking I feel blessed, bruv. You know what I'm saying? Like I must be some sick guy for you to want to copy me. I'm some fucking brown geezer. Do you know what I mean? Swearing on YouTube, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? So if you're copying me, fair play to you, fam. I'd salute to you, myself. But really and truly, as you can see, we made the high over here. Let me change the fucking color. So it makes a bit more sense there. So we made the high of the quarter, the low of the quarter, right? What we do is we do a stop run. I want to do a stop run there. A lot of people are stop loss there. Absolutely perfectly fine, because it looks like we're going to come back to the mid-range back to range low. But we do one more stop run and there's a deviation. But there's a range bound environment that's happening over here. Where is that happening? Let me show you this, right? You're going to be quite impressed by that. Hopefully you are. See this low over here? That's the range bound environment right here. So within this range over here, let me change the color. Within this range over here, we've got a smaller, finer range, and this is the consolidation over here. So this is acting resistance. Once we, again, support. Once we lose this level there, retest, you can go in. That's saying you're completely wrong there. Because that's the deviation of the resistance, or whatever you want to call it, right? That's the deviation of the highs. We're going to go back to where? Mid-range. Easy 1R, like a 1R trade, and then you're looking for your way back down towards the range low. But when I go down for shorts, right, or longs, I like to actually, when I play the ranges, I like to front run the market. Where do I front run it? Now, this is another session that, we have to talk about it. Some fucking alpha I'm giving it to you. But this area here was what I explained a while ago called the order block. Right, so over here, right, this is a long time ago, back in September, I was saying that I'm going to be bullish as well on this area as well. But as long as this low holds in place, and you can see we consolidate in this area here, and then we break up, retest off the order block there, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, fucking suck your mum in it, and off he goes. And that's what he did. That's what fucking Bitcoin did to fucking bears in it. So, but again, there's another range over here, bro. I'll tell you where another range is. Fucking hell, bro. I'm doing this range thing for fun. This is fun. Dude, I could do this all day. I ain't gonna lie to you. All right, we got a range low over here, and we got a fucking range high over here. Right? What's key about this? Consolidation. The majority of the time from this area here, around mid of August, before we do the breakout up to here. So we got August. That's 1 month, about 2 months worth of consolidation, right? Within this area here, all we've done, right, is just like you're looking at this high and then this low over here, all right? Bro, I just got a message saying Yu-Gi-Oh in there. What the fuck? I need to read this. I had a mad Yu-Gi-Oh card, but what? Shit. I actually want to respond to that now as well. I have to focus. But Yu-Gi-Oh, fucking, I'm bringing back good memories, I'm a big Dragon Ball Z fan in it, and Naruto. But anyway, but you can see. 1 second, let's bring this back up there. So, but you can see we do a deviation here, support, deviation here, right? If we break this low, continuation on the downside. That's it. I was accepting that's going to be bearish at the continuation on the downside there. Instead, we push back up, come here into the mid-range, anticipated the mid-range, and that's one of my key longs over here. Don't know if you guys will actually remember this, but that's one of my key longs over here, saying this is where my stop loss is. I'm fucking going. Well, this is your invalidation here. This is where you can go aggressive here. I'm going fucking long. I took a long over here with a stop loss there, and I'm still holding that swing trade anyway, so it's all perfectly fine. But anyway, regardless about that, it coincides with Ethereum. Ethereum long, the one that I showed you in Ethereum. This one here. I'll show you in a bit later after. Fucking never mind. But key thing is, right, let me delete all this stuff. The moment, again, look, once you're here, right, ignore all this stuff here. You got this high here and this low here. If we take out this high, bullish market structure. Take out this low, bearish market structure. That's all you had to fucking do. That's all you had to do. And you can see consolidation in this area here. Deviation. Take out these highs there. We come back for a retest. And this high over here acts as, whoopsie daisy, let me just delete this. This high over there acts as resistance. Over there, comes to support. There's a bit of a deviation, breaks up, support, suck your mum, and that's it. And that's called the suck your mum range, isn't it? So you can tell that I grew up with a lot of Jamaicans back in fucking secondary school. Shout out to fucking Rio, innit? He's a good guy as well. He's a guy. I don't know if you guys, if from the UK, you know SBTV. There was a competition called P110. P110 was from my boy Rio. I don't know what happened to him. I did see him a little bit afterwards as well, but he's a good lad. You know, we got to see a lot of people and like a lot of the UK grime artists and stuff like that. And in P110, good times they were. We were young. We were really young anyway. But yeah, that's it for me, guys. It's been like an hour and 10 minutes. It's been a real pleasure with you guys as well. I'm gonna head off, and we'll catch up tomorrow, and hopefully tomorrow we'll have a good session again on alt to sell. Take care, everyone. Have a great evening and best of luck. See you soon, guys.